Hello friends, welcome back in this video session of practicals related to pharmaceutical analysis. So today we are going to see one of the important multi-component method of analysis by using UV spectrophotometer, that is simultaneous equation method. This method is also named as the Weierotz method. So we have already created one video related to the theoretical aspect of this method. So I request you to watch this video. The link for same is given in the description box. The aim of experiment is assay of sodium benzoate and caffeine in sodium benzoate caffeine injection by using simultaneous equation method. So these are the requirements to perform the experiment. We require a formulation, we require a standard of sodium benzoate and standard of caffeine. We require some simple volumetric flask of 100 ml and 10 ml capacity. We require a pipette and UV spectrophotometer. This is a label claim of formulation. So it contains 125 mg per ml concentration of caffeine, as well as it contains 125 mg per ml of sodium benzoate. So we know caffeine is a CNS stimulant, and here sodium benzoate is added in this formulation just to increase the solubility of the caffeine. So these label claim are important when we calculate the percentage purity of our final compound. Let's have a look on the procedure. So first, what we are doing, we are preparing a stock solution, and this stock solution of sodium benzoate has a concentration of 1 mg per ml, or it is also referred as a 1000 microgram per ml. So from this stock solution, we will be pipetting out 1 ml to 10 ml volumetric flask and diluting to 10 ml with the distilled water. That means we are doing 10 times dilution of this 1 ml whose concentration is 1000 microgram. So with the 10 times dilution, it will be 100 microgram per ml in this particular second dilution. So we can refer it as standard stock solution of sodium benzoate as SS1. Then from this SS1, we can again pipette out 1 ml and transfer to a 10 ml volumetric flask and again repeat the same dilution with the distilled water. So we are doing 10 times dilution again of this. So it will be 10 microgram per ml. We can label it as SS2. Okay. So same procedure we can follow it for the stock solution of caffeine. So this is a standard caffeine. Again concentration is 1 mg or 1000 microgram per ml, and we can do these dilutions. So the stock solution we can use, and we can prepare this SC1 and SC1, and this will be SC2. By mistake it is SC1, so it will be SC2. Okay. Then we have our formulation, that is sodium benzoate caffeine injection. From this we are taking 1 ml and diluting to 100 ml. Okay. So in experiment, in the examination, you will be getting this solution and not the formulation. Okay. So from formulation we are taking 1 ml and diluting to 100 ml, that is 100 times dilution of original formulation. From this you can prepare the two dilutions. So one will be taking 1 ml from this and diluting to 10 ml. Again from this take 1 ml and dilute to 10 ml. So we can refer it as SI2. Okay, SI2. So what we need to do, we have to take this one, which is a 10 microgram per ml of sodium benzoate. Then this one again 10 microgram per ml of caffeine, and we have to take this sample which we have diluted, and this sample is actually containing both of these compounds, that is sodium benzoate as well as caffeine. So by using simultaneous equation method without separating them from each other, with the help of simultaneous mathematical equation, we will be finding out the concentration of these two components. Okay. So we have to record the absorbance of these solutions, final solutions, that is this one, then this one and this one, at 227 nanometer and 273 nanometer. Okay. So 227 is the lambda max of sodium benzoate and 273 is the lambda max of caffeine. Okay, so this is a procedure. Now let's go to the lab and understand the dilutions. So we have reference standard of sodium benzoate. So we have prepared the stock solution of this sodium benzoate, that is 1 mg per ml. Okay, so we will mix this, and from this we have to make two dilutions. So we are going to pipette out 1 ml from this to 10 ml volumetric flask. So I have taken the 2 ml pipette, and we are going to pipette out from this 1 ml. Okay, so this is the first dilution of sodium benzoate. So these dilutions are made with the distilled water. Now I am taking distilled water and diluting this to 10 ml. So diluting in 10 ml volumetric flask is quite tedious. So the final volume adjustment we will be doing with the pipette. Okay, so first dilution is done. So what we have done, we have taken 1 ml from the stock solution of sodium benzoate and diluted to 10 ml. So this is 10 times dilution. We will mix this, and we can label on this, that is standard sodium benzoate. Now its concentration is 100 microgram per ml. Okay, because this is 1 mg per ml, that means it is 1000 microgram in 1 ml, which we have taken and diluted to 10 ml. So 10 times dilution of 1000 microgram will now become 100 microgram. Now from this we are again doing dilution. So I am going to take 1 ml from this. After mixing, I will take 1 ml from this. So this is the remaining solution, and now we have to dilute this again up to 10 ml with distilled water. Okay, so again final volume adjustment will be doing with the pipette for more accuracy. Now all these dilutions are very important, because after all your accurate absorbance is mainly depend on how well you are doing the dilutions. Okay, so if you dilute it properly, you will get the accurate readings in the UV spectrophotometer. So this is a second dilution from the given stock solution. So this is now again 10 times diluted. So this will be 10 microgram per ml of sodium benzoate as a reference solution. So like that we can make it for another reference standard, that is a caffeine. Okay, so now I am taking the caffeine. So I will use now different pipette, and we require two more flask. So we will pipette out again 1 ml from this stock solution. So this is 1 ml. Okay, the remaining waste we can discard, and now we have to dilute this with distilled water again up to the marking. Okay, so again final dilution we can make with the water using pipette. Okay, so this is the first dilution. Again we will mix it properly, and now we will do the second dilution from this. So dilute with distilled water up to 10 ml. And again final volume adjustment using pipette. Okay. So this is second standard, that is caffeine, and that is a final dilution 10 microgram per ml. Now we have the sample solution. So this is nothing but our sodium benzoate and caffeine injection, which has both the drugs, and this is diluted 100 times. Okay, so we have taken 1 ml of our injection solution, and that is diluted in 100 ml of distilled water. Ml from this. So again we have to pipette out 1 ml from this using fresh pipette. So 1 ml is taken. Then we have to dilute this. So again we are taking pipette and diluting, adjusting the meniscus here. Okay. So this we can mix it properly. So this is the first dilution from the given sample. Now we have to do second dilution. Again same dilutions what we did for the two standards. So we have to pipette out 1 ml from this. So this is the final dilution or the second dilution from the given sample. So we have now 3 final dilutions of 10 microgram per ml. So this is of sodium benzoate reference standard, this is of caffeine reference standard, and this is our sample dilution. So these 3 things we have to take. We have to use appropriate blank solution, that is distilled water here, and we have to record the absorbance at 2 different wavelengths. So one wavelength will be the lambda max of sodium benzoate, that is at 227 nanometer, and the same solution we have to also record the absorbance at 273, which is the lambda max of caffeine. Similarly we have to do for caffeine, and similarly we have to do for the sample solution, okay, and then we can do the calculations. So once the dilutions are done, we have recorded the absorbance using UV spectrophotometer. So for standard sodium benzoate, we have recorded the absorbance at 2 wavelength, that is 227 and 273. So this is the absorbance what we got. Similarly, we have recorded the absorbance for standard caffeine, that is given here, and then for our unknown sample whose concentration we need to find out. So I am referring this as A1. So A1 is what? A1 is the absorbance what we recorded at 227 nanometer, okay, so that is a lambda 1, and A2 is a absorbance of sample solution recorded at lambda 2, that is 273. Now as we know, these are the sodium benzoate and caffeine, these are the standards because we know what concentration we have prepared, right? So concentration here it was 10 microgram per ml, okay, so they are the standards, so we know the concentration, so we can find out the absorptivity, okay. So we have calculated the absorptivity and we have referred it as AX1. So we are considering sodium benzoate as drug X and caffeine as a drug Y. So with respect to that, we are referring the AX1, that is the absorptivity of this drug X, that is sodium benzoate, at lambda 1, that is 227, and that we have referred it as AX1. Similarly, we can have AX2, AY1 and AY2, okay. So how this absorptivity values have arrived, that is again with the help of Beer-Lambert's law, which is A is equal to small a b c, where capital A is the absorbance, small a is the absorptivity, and b is the path length, and c is the concentration, okay. So for standard we know what is c, that is 10 microgram per ml, b is the cuvette length, that is 1 centimeter, and absorbance we are getting here, so we can easily find out the absorptivity, okay. So absorbance divided by the concentration, so if you take this 0.6090 divided by 10, you will be getting this value. So similarly we have calculated for AX2, AY1 and AY2. Now what we need to do, we have this simultaneous mathematical equation to find out the concentration of drug X, similarly to find out the concentration of drug Y. So we have to substitute these values into the equation, okay, and we have to solve this equation to get the concentration. So for calculating drug X, so these are the values which I have substituted here. You can see A2 is the absorbance what we got at lambda 2, which is 0.6710, okay. Then AY1, that is absorptivity at lambda 1, okay, for drug Y, So these things we can substitute, which is quite easy, and then we can keep on solving this with the calculator. So here after solving I am getting the value 11.41 microgram per ml. Okay, so this is a concentration I got in microgram in the dilution what I have taken for recording the absorbance. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to find out the dilution factor. So the sample which was given to us, that was a 100 times diluted sample. Okay, so from that we have taken 1 ml diluted to 10 ml, again from that 1 ml and diluted to 10 ml. So we did two dilutions from the given sample. So 10 multiplied by 10, that will be total 100 times we have diluted the given sample. So we have to multiply this 11.41 with this 100, then we will be getting the concentration of our drug X in the given sample. Okay, so we can do that, and here it is coming 1141 microgram per ml. You can convert it into a milligrams if required. So here it can be referred as 1.141 milligram per ml. Then we need to do the calculations further, because the aim of experiment is to perform the assay. So we have to convert it into a percentage purity. So for finding out how much is present in the given sample, and from the given sample we have to find out in the formulation. So formulation we took, and we took 1 ml and diluted to 100 ml. So again we have to change the dilution factor for that. So initial sample was diluted 100 times, then 10 multiplied by 10, it will be 10,000. Okay, so if I take this value and multiply with 10,000, I will be getting the concentration which is exactly present in the formulation, okay, or the injection. So that is coming around here 114100 micrograms per ml, which I can convert it into a milligrams per ml, because the label claim is in the milligram. Okay, so here we can say the X is referring as a sodium benzoate. So 114.1 milligram per ml of the concentration sodium benzoate is found in the injection. Then we can find out the percentage purity. So the label claim says each ml contains 125 mg of this sodium benzoate. So if it is there, then it will be 100% pure, and practically we are getting 114.1, then what it will be? So we can do the cross multiplication, and here it is coming 91 percentage W by V, that is the unit what we can give it here. Similarly, we can solve the equation by substituting the values here for this Y. Okay, so here again after solving this equation we will be getting 11.55 micrograms per ml. So that is the concentration in the diluted solution which we have taken it for recording absorbance. Then we can incorporate here the dilution factor 10 multiplied by 10, the dilutions which we made from the given sample solution, and then if we multiply, then we will be getting the concentration of 1.155 milligram per ml. So that is the concentration found in the given sample, that is a 100 times diluted sample. Okay, so going further to find the label claim, the original sample again was diluted 100 times. So 100 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, it is 10,000. So this value multiplied by 10,000, we will be getting 115.5 mg per ml, that is the concentration in the formulation. Then we can find out the percentage purity the same way. So it is coming 92.4% W by V. Okay, so that is how we can find out the concentration using this particular simultaneous equation method. Now we can write the final result. So first is the content of sodium benzoate and caffeine in the given diluted injection sample was found to be 1.141 milligram per ml and 1.155 milligram per ml respectively. Okay, so this is the concentration we found in the given diluted injection sample, that is 100 times diluted solution. Then the content of sodium benzoate and caffeine in the injection sample as per the label claim. So this is found to be 114.1 milligram per ml and 115.5 milligram per ml respectively. And then finally, because it is assay, we are reporting into a percentage purity. So the percentage purity of sodium benzoate and caffeine in the injection sample was found to be 91% and 92.4% respectively. Okay, so these are the three kind of reports we need to write, and you may write in a different units. So sometimes you may be asked to report these values in a microgram per ml, especially in the given diluted injection. Okay, so that you need to take care. You just convert the values into a milligram or microgram, whatever is asked in the examination. Okay, so thank you.